If you're not getting dates online and your conversations are fizzling out, it might be due to two things, either your profile or your texting. Now, in this video, we're gonna cover mainly the profile aspect because 80% of your success online comes from your profile. There's a famous principle called the Pareto principle that states that 20% of your results come from 80% of your actions. And the 80% when it comes to online is definitely your profile. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to set up your profile the right way, especially on Instagram. But what I say about how to set up your profile on Instagram also stands for your profile on dating apps. The same profile, the same photos you can have on Instagram, you can also have on dating apps. So the advice that I'm gonna share with you when it comes to setting up your profile is not only applicable to Instagram, but also applicable to dating apps. Now, without further ado, let's dive into the video and I'll see you next. So let's start with visual perception and target focus. So here's the thing, man. Women trust visual proof over verbal claims. Like show, don't tell. That's a famous saying. So don't talk about being high value. Show the dinners, show the views, show the social events, show the connections, the gym results, the fun, the exclusivity. Show it. You know, saying it is not enough. Just show it. And Instagram is your digital dating resume. It's a tool to set the frame before the first message is ever sent. Okay, before the first message is ever sent, she's gonna see your fucking profile, or like it depends if you met her in real life, but even online, like when the message is sent, she's gonna look at your fucking profile before replying to you, right? Within 3 seconds of looking at your profile, women are already evaluating things like, okay, would I follow this guy's lead in real life? Does he have a cool lifestyle I could be a part of? Am I going to be better off if I date this guy or not? So you gotta craft the brand to appeal to your target market. You gotta craft the feeling, you gotta craft the vibe, everything. So number one, first, do not be private. That's the first thing. Your profile needs to be public. Point blank, public, not private. Fuck private, okay? It won't work if your profile is private because when you DM girls, they won't be able to see your photos. They won't be able to see what you do. So you need your profile to be public. Now I know there's an argument for guys who say that, yeah, you know, if I'm public, then, you know, it robs her of the mystery, and also I don't want people to see what I'm up to, and I'd rather be I want to be a private person. But man, like we're past that, man. Like anybody can like be public, bro. Just don't overthink. Be public. Keep things open. Keep things easy. And otherwise, when you DM girls, they're not going to be able to see your profile. So for the sake of this system to work, you need to be public ideally. Now, the first step in building your profile is obviously the name. So choose a name that's very simple. If your name is James Brown, then James Brown. Now, sometimes you're not going to find your handle because it's already taken. So you would find a smart way to bypass that. You would say, for example, James.Brown or Brown.James, or you would find a way to kind of write a username that includes your first name and last name, and just avoid digits and punctuations. Like don't put like James Brown 97 or James Brown 22.134. Like keep it super simple, okay? Maximum you put a dot in between your first name and last name. Otherwise, keep it all just normal letters, and maybe you can put like if you still don't find your username with like a dot in between your first name and last name, then maybe put like real James Brown or James Brown official or James Brown world, or I don't know, like something super easy. But yeah, ideally you just have like your first name, last name, or last name, first name. Keep it super simple, okay? Don't overthink, because you want your profile to be easily findable. Like you want people to be able to find your profile easily. Now, number two is your bio. So your bio is critical because that's how people know what you're actually up to, what you're doing. Now, your profile your pictures are going to speak for themselves, right? But your bio is going to give a lot of elements about your life. Basically, your bio is a bullet point summary of all the cool stuff you're doing in your life. Your bio is the result of bringing together all the high value things about your life. So it should be a bullet point summary. For example, it should be like, depends. If you have a business, you would say like, CEO of blah, 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 or, I help XYZ people with this at blah, blah, blah. And then you could put like, depends. Let's say you've traveled to a lot of countries. You would say like 30 plus countries and counting. Let's say you speak a lot of languages, like 4 languages, blah, blah, blah. Then you can even put like your city. For example, you can put like the pin emoji, and then your city. That way people know that, okay, you're in that city at the moment. So when you DM girls, they will know, okay, he's actually in my city. There's different things you can do, but just from reading your bio, a girl should be able to see that either you're an entrepreneur, or you work at a nice company, or you're a student in some nice school, that you're traveling the world, that you're building cool things, that you're involved in cool projects, right? A simple rule of communication is to always communicate with details that imply wider facts rather than the opposite. So for example, if you are a surfer or a golfer or a tennis player, instead of just putting like surfer or golfer or tennis player, well, maybe, if you are part of a certain team or a certain club or a certain, you have like a brand deal, you can say, okay, sponsored surfer by blah, 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 or golfer at blah, 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 or football player at this team, or boxer at this, boxing gym, whatever. And you would just like put like more details. That way people know. It's like, a lot of people can say, oh, I'm an entrepreneur on Instagram. But what is your business? Like, actually tag your business. Let us see your receipts. Like, let us see actually what you're up to, instead of just saying entrepreneur, because anybody now can claim to be an entrepreneur. Anybody now can say whatever, but it's important to tag things. Same thing. Let's say you work at Microsoft or whatever. Well, you could say like engineer at Microsoft, or at whatever company you work at. Or you can say like investor at JP Morgan, or if you work at JP Morgan, I don't know. But tag your business page, tag your school if you study, tag your projects, tag whatever you're up to that's cool. And imply more details, like instead of saying, oh, just traveling. No, just say, okay, 48 plus countries and counting, or something like that, because that gives you a lot more status, and that gives you a lot more, like it shows that you're about it, that you're walking the talk, And obviously it's just words, but it's just better. It's just better. Now let's talk about the feed. This is probably one of the most important things. You want to focus on conveying like 2-3 themes with your pictures. For example, the theme of traveling, the theme of business, the theme of working out, the theme of whatever the theme you want to choose. And you want to have at least like 12 pictures. Minimum 6, I would say, minimum 6, but ideally 12 minimum, that reinforce your archetype. And think about your themes, like working out, health, wealth, relationships. I don't know, whatever theme you have. Like it could be, if you're, let's say you're an artist, you're a music producer. Well, one of your themes could be like music production, and then another theme could be traveling, and another theme could be going out and partying. I don't know, but you got to find your themes, man. Now, let's talk about the secrets that you need to understand to be able to have a high status profile. So high status secret number 1 is you need to have no one else in the photo besides yourself, ideally. So besides yourself, no one else in the photo, ideally in 99% of your pictures. 99% of your pictures should be only containing yourself. No need to post a lot of photos with your family, your dog, your friends, whatever. Just you in a high status environment, and that's it. Number 2, high status secret number 2 is you want to look away from the camera, ideally, when you take a picture. Instead of looking directly at the camera and just looking at the viewer, you have to appear like someone took a shot of you and you weren't even noticing. You have to appear like you're a celebrity and like a paparazzi took a picture of you. It's almost like you're an actor in a movie. Like actors in a movie, they usually don't look at the camera. They live their life in the movie and that's it. So you want to appear as the hero of your movie. And in cinema, they call that in media res. And you wanna do that. Like you want to basically look away from the camera most of the time when you take a picture. Now, also, high status secret number 3 is no selfies. Like no selfies of you in the car or in the bathroom or shirtless or whatever. No selfies, okay? Just photos of you in cool places. High status secret number 4 is the photos should be color graded. Like don't post photos unedited, etc. Like don't post raw pictures, because yes, some raw pictures can be already looking good, but you still want to make a little bit of effort to color grade it a little bit. You have that in the photos on your iPhone. Like if you open the photos on iPhone, you have an editing tool, and with that editing tool, you can already edit, for example, the highlight, the saturation, the brightness, the sharpness of the picture, etc. You can edit it. Even on Instagram, they have a built-in editor, but I recommend not using the one on Instagram and using the one either on Photos if you use Apple, or you can use an app. Like there's a great app called Snapseed. Okay, you can see it here on the picture. Snapseed, Snapseed, or Vesco, VSCO, and it's completely free. Of course, there's Photoshop Lightroom, but you gotta pay every month. I personally don't pay for that, but you can just have like any free software, honestly, and you can just sharpen your picture a bit more, maybe brighten the image a bit more, add a bit of vibrancy to the picture, because your picture is gonna pop up more and it's gonna look better than if you post it raw. Now, high status secret number 5 is your photos must be in high status environment. Now, this is no secret, but I'm just gonna reiterate that. Like, men are not valued for their beauty, but rather for what they can provide and their resourcefulness. So, I mean, yes, of course, looks help, but just don't take pictures in low value environments, like at the gas station or at the McDonald's or in some, weird looking street with nothing on it or whatever, in some, weird alley or whatever. Like, try to have pictures in affluent places or in exotic places or just cool spots, man. Like, you can see a picture of me here in Maya Bay, in Phi Phi Island in Thailand. This is a great spot if you go there. This spot has been featured in the movie The Beach, I think, with Leonardo DiCaprio. It's a great movie, by the way. I watched it a couple of months ago. Great movie. I think it's called The Island or The Beach. I think it's called The Beach by Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, not by, but with, because he's not the producer, the actor. Yeah, man, like, take pictures in high status environments, not like in your parking or in your backyard or whatever, unless your backyard looks like $1 million backyard, but just high status photos, man. Just want to interrupt this video real quick. If you're looking to attract and date high quality women consistently, you want to get 1, 2, 3 dates a week consistently without wasting your time, then check out the link in the description. There's a video that shows you exactly how to get there. And there's even a calendar with some slots where you can pick a time and we can discuss together how you can crush it in the next few weeks. Don't post some random shit or some random food. Like, a lot of people, they post like their plate and that's it. Unless it's in a carousel. If it's in a carousel, like let's say you post a carousel of like multiple photos, then you can post one photo of your meal within all the photos, but that shouldn't be the primary photo. That should be like, a photo that's completely secondary. It shouldn't be the primary thing people see on the feed, So don't post some random shit or food unless it's a carousel maybe and you want to post food in that carousel, but it shouldn't be the primary image. So don't post some random shit. Now, high status secret number 7 is, let's say you take a picture somewhere touristy. Like, let's say you take a picture, I don't know, in front of the Eiffel Tower or in front of the Times Square, whatever, like the Empire State Building, I don't know, whatever. Well, ideally, you want to remove people in the background, because you don't want to have a picture where you have 100 different tourists that are like, behind you. Ideally, you want to use, there's actually on Apple now, they have a cleanup tool. So if you go to Apple Photos, you take your photo, you go to cleanup tool, you can actually clean up people that are in the photo. You can remove them from the photo. And there's a ton of online tools. Even Snapseed, the app that I mentioned before here, even Snapseed has a tool to like retouch and remove people from a photo. But you can use like online tools, or as I said, if you have Apple, most of you I assume have an iPhone. If you have Android, then you're at a disadvantage, I would say, because iPhone is better in my opinion. But if you have Android, you can use any other app. But maybe Android too, they have a tool like that if it's like a nice version. I don't know. I don't know about Android, but Apple, they have a cleanup tool and you can actually remove people from the background. It's much better, as you can see on this picture. This is the exact same picture, guys. Exact same picture. Picture number one, there's a ton of different people swimming behind me. Picture number two, I look like I'm in my private island and I'm alone with the yacht in the background, the boat there. So it's just better. It just looks better. Now, high status secret number 8 is you must have highlights and cool stories saved, okay? So, you know, a lot of people, they build a profile and they don't put any highlight, which isn't good because it looks like your profile is lacking something. Like, you know, you need to show your lifestyle, and people, you know, they need to see that. Display your lifestyle and interests. And one of the best ways to do that is through the highlights. People look at highlights. So highly recommend having highlights. Now, here's the thing, guys, like you don't have to be rich, but you have to make your pictures look rich. You have to just, you know, embellish your life, make it look good, you know. Now, if it's dark outside or whatever, take pictures with a flash. That's a big, actually, I would say one of the big tips is always take pictures with flash. It almost pretty much look better with flash most of the time, I would say. But otherwise, yeah, you can take pictures without, but sometimes like flash really looks good. So test both when you take pictures. Now, if you want, you can hire a photographer. A lot of people hire photographers just to get it done, but I would say you don't need that. Like, honestly, most of the pictures you see on my profile right now, 90% of them have been taken by a friend or my sister or even my mom or someone next to me or even a waiter. Like, you don't need a photographer, but I would say this could fast track everything, because if you're not the type of guy who takes pictures and if you don't have any friends, then just hire a photographer. There's actually a document in the resources section that shows you how to find photographers the easy way. There's a website called showaround.com. There's like Facebook groups you can find. There's even, if you type on Instagram, like photographer, and then you type your city, like photographer London or photographer Paris, whatever, you will find like a ton of photographer on Instagram, and then you can DM them and ask for their rates, and then you can set up a photo shoot with them. Even on Google, type in on Google like photographer XYZ city you're at, and you will find a ton of photographers. But yeah, when a girl clicks on your profile, you want to convey your lifestyle in less than 3 seconds. Like what kind of life you live, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're traveling, whether you're partying, whatever. Like you can convey that through your photos, but also through your highlights, okay, through the things you have on your profile. And don't think about creating a feed with like an unlimited amount of pictures. Instead, focus about gathering and taking at least 6 to 12 really high quality pictures. And then the rest, fuck it, like just archive the rest. Archive the bad pictures. Like if you had pictures from before, like from 6 years ago, that are a bit like blurry or they don't look great, just archive that shit. Just take the best of the best and delete or archive all the rest. Like quality over quantity. It's better to have 3 amazing pictures than have like 30 pictures and then maybe 3 are good and then 27 are just blurry and bad, because that's going to really affect your profile. So I highly recommend from now on, go on your profile, go on your old pictures if you had old pictures before, and just archive all the shit, all the previous stuff that doesn't matter, okay? And just keep the best. Treat Instagram as a shopping window. Like you're the product, Instagram is your marketing, and really craft and curate your shopping window like a business, like really like treat it seriously. So what are the best pictures to take on Instagram? Let's cover that. So the best pictures to take are, number 1, pictures of you with expensive clothing or dressed cheap. Like you don't need to dress at Loro Piana or at fucking Xenia. okay, you can go to Massimo Dutti, which is already kind of premium, but you can go to Zara, whatever. And if it fits you and it looks great, it's fine, you know. But pictures of you with good clothing in high-end places, ideally. So prestigious restaurants, luxury hotels, cool clubs, cool spots in your city. You dressed well in those places. Pictures of you smoking cigars or hookahs or whatever, because sometimes the smoke looks good. Pictures of you playing chess, playing cards, gambling. Pictures of you at the gym or training or fighting, whatever. Pictures of you inside or in front of luxury cars. Pictures of you with strong dogs or strong exotic animals. Like you will see me here with the tiger. This is at the tiger park in Thailand, in Phuket. Pictures of you hustling on your phone, like you can be on your phone chilling with some nice background. Pictures of you in swimming pools, shirtless, whatever. Pictures of you with hot girls, but as I said, ideally not. Pictures of you shooting guns or doing a risky activity. Pictures of you at exotic vacations with exotic background. Like you just want to showcase value and lifestyle. So as you can see, these are some pictures I took over the years, and I have plenty more. I mean, these are pictures that I took even back in 2021 for some of them. But I have so many other pictures that I took. And if you follow me on Instagram, so I highly recommend following me on Instagram at Limo Oueslati or at limo.oueslati. And you will see I update my feed quite a lot. Like I post quite a lot, at least every few weeks. And yeah, I always post like cool pictures in cool environments, you know. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks a lot for watching this video. By the way, just as a quick reminder, there's a link in the description where you can watch basically a video that explains our whole systems and our whole process when it comes to getting dates consistently. And if you're interested, you can even pick a time with myself or my team where we can show you exactly how you can get there in the shortest amount of time. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next.